Welcome back to ESPN Game Night on ESPN Radio 101.5 in Elizabethtown. And joining me now live is Farley Brashear from Farley Size Fitness on Wheels. Farley, welcome to ESPN Game Night.
Hey, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing great. It's great to have you on the show. Now, you have been a strength and conditioning coach and a personal trainer for quite a number of years. And talk to folks about some of the things you've been doing working with local athletes in the area.
Yeah, I've worked with some of the athletes here in E-Town, and I had in LaRue County. And what it is, Farley Size Fitness on Wheels is a concept designed to assist those to help make positive health behavior changes. Okay.
And you do that by going into the schools or going into different groups and associations and working with them. And talk about some of the things you do. It's more than just strength and conditioning, right? You guys do a lot of things.
We do a little bit of everything. It's a total body workout, and what makes my workout a little bit different from most people's workout, most of the work is done with total body.
Okay.
The only thing that you have to deal with is your body, your gym type of workout.
Okay. So it's not dependent on machines or dependent on technology. We're talking about using the body the way God developed it to be used and to be developed. That's kind of what you're doing?
Right, because some people think, under strength training, you have to use weight, but if a person really wants to know how good a shape they're in, it's how well that you can handle your total body weight. Okay.
Yeah, because there is a huge difference. I mean, a lot of people get strength and conditioning confused. Those two things are used a lot together, but strength training is totally different than becoming in top condition, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's a big difference because what happens, you can be strong, but when it comes to condition, it's not about strong, how long can you be strong? And I know
Exactly.
When I do a lot of training in these high schools, a lot of these kids are not conditioned.
Right.
Some of them could be strong, but how long can you stay strong? That's where we had a problem at.
That's an excellent point. And, we saw all that last week in the early games, that first week out. I mean, the kids came out of the tunnel hot and with the heat and the jitters and all that nervousness. I mean, we saw a lot of teams come out in the second half and just fall flat.
Right, because you know what happens with a good conditioning program, those young kids, they will face groin pulls, they'll face hamstring and this and that. But once they get through that phase and get into the season, if you have a good conditioning program, they won't have to deal with them problems. The only thing they'll deal with, especially with football, is contact injury. Right.
Which is to be expected with as big and as fast and as strong as these kids have become. But, you touched on a good point because you look at the number of hamstring injuries and muscle pulls and people blowing out their knees early. And, that conditioning aspect is critical. Now, what are some of the things you do with a total body workout that you guys provide? What are the things that you can do to help increase your anaerobic and aerobic conditioning?
We do a lot of different strength moves where you just use where it's nothing but your total body weight.
Okay.
A lot of the moves are done. We do a lot of the agility work with little speed work, whether it's working on the track, working on the step, where I do long suicide, short suicide.
Okay.
The whole workout is designed for to use your total body weight. And once you can see this, you get that body weight of yours where it needs to be at, then that's where conditioning comes into play at.
Yeah,
because some people take that part for granted. But see, the concept that I teach when I say get your wheels finished, so you can understand it. It's just like a vehicle. So
Okay.
if you was to drive that car, you can't move that vehicle unless all four tires are spinning.
That's right.
Now, the four tires that I'm going to train you on are 1, strength training, 2, cardio, 3, nutrients, and 4, rest. So in other words, for you to move your health forward and get where you need to be, I've got to get all four of your wheels spinning because an athlete can say, well, Farley, I strength train. But I already know you couldn't be in shape because if you just told me that, drive this vehicle and if only one wheel spinning.
That's right.
All four wheels have got to spin together if you're looking to be well conditioned.
And that's a missing link, isn't it, in a lot of these programs? I mean, the emphasis is on strength and power.
Right.
And the emphasis isn't on, like you say, the total body approach to it where you have the conditioning and the speed to go with it.
Right, because on the cardio side, that heart is the one that's going to make a difference. Because the blood is going to deliver whatever them muscles need. So when that muscle's not conditioned, you can't be strong too long.
Right.
Because that muscle that's not conditioned is not going to be able to do what it's supposed to do.
Okay. Yeah, I get that part of it. And you know, I imagine one of the tougher sells to the kids, and, you know, we all been there, is the nutrient part.
Well, I thought when you say nutrients, most of the time when I talk to the kids, I kind of make them laugh. I say, well, most of you on what I call a seafood diet. Seafood, you eat it.
That's right.
You can't do that.
Isn't that the truth? Some of these kids taking in 8,000 calories a day, and then they wonder why they're tired, and they wonder why they don't have the kind of energy. Talk a little bit about what they should be doing versus what most of them are doing.
Well, the key thing is, the number one thing is when it comes to good conditioning, is what I say you have to consume a lot of go-go juice.
All right.
Go-go juice is water.
That's it.
And majority of people nowadays, whether it's high school, middle school, adults, they're not consuming enough water for one.
Okay.
That's a key element. And, you know, the preparation before a workout, you have to know what to put into the body before you work out, and you got to know what to consume after the workout, because those two phases are important. Most people get done with a workout, they'll run and eat a Big Mac and supersized fries. Well, that's a big mistake.
Yes, sir, I can see that. Yeah, it kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it?
Right, because them other two wheels, because when you do strength training or cardio, those are the two wheels. That tears the muscles down.
Okay.
Help them muscles to come back stronger and go through that building process. Rest and what you put on your plate are the key elements, or them muscles are going to stay broke down.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's an excellent point. And I know it's a hard sell to teenagers because, you know, they're doing and eating, like you say, whatever they see.
Right.
And you know, a 17-year-old can pretty much eat nonstop, kind of like grazing. You know, they just hit whatever they can find. But you know, I imagine that's got a lot to do with the muscle recovering too, right?
That's right. That's a key element. Them two wheels are spinning. What you put on your plate and proper amount of rest is what makes up your recovery. So if you don't have them two wheels spinning, you're gonna get out there. Of course, you get yourself. Could get injured because you're working with some muscles that are still tore down because you didn't spin the other two wheels.
There you go. Now, another area where kids kind of like dodge the evident is the whole concept of stretching. And, you know, talk about stretching.
The key element between and conditioning is one, stretch and flexibility. You have to do that before the workout, and you have to do that after the workout.
That's right. Loud and clear. It's a whole package, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, and a lot of them take it for granted because they're young. But, you know, in today's society, of course, Kentucky's ranked in the top 6 or 7 obesity rate.
Right.
That ain't just mean adults, that's kids, too. Now, see, when I go, especially with a football team, you got me a kid that I know is obesity. When they do a physical with them kids, that ain't good enough because you need to know high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, so them kids need to be checked.
Right, because there's a lot of underlying problems, and when they're young, you don't necessarily see them.
That's right.
Yeah, they hide. Well,
and then some of them may try to take some of that old 5-hour energy drink and all that stuff, but if you already got some health issues going on that you don't know about, well, you're setting up in harm's way.
Yeah, well, you're right. Well, it definitely sounds like you all got a program going, a strong program. How can people find you? How can they get in touch with you, Farley?
You can reach me on my website, which is www.farleysize.com. That's size, C-I-S-E, not S-I-Z-E.
Okay.
Or you can reach me on my cell phone at 270-766-9971.
Well, that is awesome. And Farley Brashear joining us from Farley Size Fitness on Wheels. And Farley, thank you so much for being on ESPN Game Night.
All right.
Take care.